welcome back to the channel. This is the Red Handle, and today I got a big recap video for everybody. A couple of you in the comments had requested a recap and wanted to see what I have gotten so far since I've been back in the hobby. And so this is going to be that video. It's going to be a long one, so sit back, relax, get a nice drink, get a sandwich or something, and be ready to go through a bunch of cards. And left to right, I have the cards that I kept from my collection from 26 years ago. And then the first series I ripped was 2024 Heritage High Number and Top Series 1. I continued ripping Heritage High Number, did not continue Series 1. Liked Heritage High Number much better. After that, I did some 2024 Panini. And I got a bunch of hints right here. And then I did 2025 Heritage, but you can see the mountain of goodies I have over there. So we're gonna do that last. But I do have a small pile of some Bowman stuff. That was really, really nice. So we're gonna start over here with my goodies that was left over from my collection from 97, 98, mid 90s to late 90s. And these were stuck in a box and moved around with me from place to place for about 26 years. And I hadn't seen these in a long time. And if you see my very first video, it was me opening this after having seen them for 26 years. So there's some really cool stuff from here, a lot of nostalgia from the 90s. And we'll start right here. Got a nice Randy Johnson. This is from Pacific Invincible, and this was not numbered, but it's the only Randy Johnson I have left. And this was actually a pretty cool insert, pretty rare insert. I looked this up. It's not worth too much, but Randy Johnson from the Seattle Mariners. This was a cool insert back in the day. It's a die cut. It's in the form of that glove. It's called Fantastic Statistics, and it's a 97 Leaf, John Smoltz, and this was numbered out of 1,000. So that was pretty cool. I also have Manny Ramirez. This was a reciprocal from Upper Deck Ionics set, numbered 742 to 750. We had an Andruw Jones, another great player. This is from a Upper Deck SPX series, way back in the day. Fred McGriff on the Midsummer Classic, Hall of Famer there. A-Rod on the People's Choice. That was a cool card. Played on the Rangers back then. Almost forgot he even played on the Rangers. Kerry Wood. He was a superstar pitcher. 20 strikeouts. Think he threw a perfect game. This was an SPX. I kept him around. It was one of the few games I got to see. He threw one of his 20 strikeout games. That was really fun. Mike Piazza here on the Decade Dominators insert. I think this is Upper Deck as well. 10th anniversary team on the Mets. I'm not even sure where these came from. There's an Earl Weaver and a Frank Thomas autographed on this Sports Illustrated card. They were kind of cool. Jeff Bagwell, this is one of those really thick steel cards. It's actually made of steel. Super thick, can't even bend it. Jeff Bagwell, Topps Stars and Steel. And then we had a production line also of Jeff Bagwell on the Don Russ. These are pretty cool cards back in the day. Had Frank Thomas on the Power Zone card. This was, I think, Fleer. Had another Power Zone. This one was a die cut from Upper Deck. And then a Diamond Kings. These were cool. You got one of these things and you thought you got a really, really cool card out of that Don Russ pack. And then this one was this Firestone on Baseball Pacific Crown insert. It's kind of neat. Had some Sammy Sosas that survived. This is a 90. I believe it's a rookie. I think it is. I don't know. Maybe that's not a rookie. 90 Fleer, Sammy Sosa. SP Authentic, Epic Figures. Obviously, this is when McGwire and Sosa were battling it out, so we collected a bunch of Sosa and McGwire cards. Here's a Sosa in that Stars and Steel insert, like that Bagwell. It's pretty cool. This is one of those Home Run Chronicles. This was an insert. This is when he hit his 21st. We'll pick up some more cards here. We're going to get into the Greg Maddux section of this. Maddux, one of the best pitchers of all time, one of my favorite pitchers. This was a cool insert from 96 Fleer, Smoking Heat. These were kind of cool. This was clear, you could see through it. It's like a plastic stock, slightly bendable, but not bad. And this was that Pacific Crown collection, Greg Maddux. Had a rated rookie from the 87 Donruss. It was pretty cool. And this was another, I don't think this was a rookie actually. Maybe. He only pitched 6 games in 86 with the Cubs. So I don't know if this was considered a rookie or not. This is, what year is this? 87 Fleer. Yeah, it's got to be a rookie. 87 Fleer. This was a cool insert as well. Dynagan Diamond, Greg Maddux. Here we're getting to my favorite player of all time, Ken Griffey Jr. He was so fun to watch. Score 96, power pace. We had this little mini from a 97 Fleer set. This was a really cool insert. This was kind of, you run your finger on it and it's bumpy and stuff with the techno wave and everything. Really cool. This was an interesting set. This was a Upper Deck 3. This is actually a base card, but there wasn't a huge print run of these, so they're actually fairly rare. And I ended up having 2 of them. And this was a Home Run Heroes insert. And then Pacific Crown Royale had Ken Griffey Jr. I think this might have been an insert. Not sure. This is one of my favorite cards. I love this die cut with the fire on the bat. Harden Yarrow Outfielder. Pacific Collection. Really cool. This Lords of the Diamond was a really cool insert. This was super rare. This was a super big hit back when I first pulled it. It was awesome. And it survived pretty well. These die cuts, they're in pretty good condition. Here's a Topps on the rookie, not the Upper Deck that everyone wants, but it is a Tiffany. It's a 41T. So it's pretty cool. Kind of like it. Getting into the McGwire section of this here. So we got a Upper Deck Ionics Nitro insert of McGwire. Epic Figures, SP Authentic. This was a McGwire on the Diamond Cut Crown Royale. This is actually how all the cards came in this. Every card was die cut when this was released. Was really, really cool, really, really desirable back then. This McGwire, I'm not sure where this came from. This was an old Pepsi card. And I think this is when he was on the, like the USA team or something like that. So that was pretty cool. It's a little roughed up, but it's all right. Here's another one of those Home Run Heroes like the Ken Griffey Jr. we just saw. Not sure where I got this from. It's in Pacific. Not sure what kind of insert it was, but just another McGwire that got saved. 70 Remarkable. This was an Upper Deck. This was an insert. This was awesome. This is the one card I have where he has his 70 home runs on it. And then here's one where he got the home run record for 60. And of course, the 87 Donruss rookie. A little rough, but still collectible, still in pretty decent shape. And then here was when he hit his 400th home run. And this is a Power Players, I think. What does that say? Power Passion insert. I think it's numbered. Yeah, numbered out of 3,500, 1692 out of 3,500. And this one was this is a Topps card from, what year was this? 63. This is 1963 Topps Yogi Berra. Somehow we got this. I think my brother actually got this from somewhere, and it survived. So I got a nice old card. Was really cool. And then to top out that, I have a few autographs from Donruss Signature Series. We had the Ben Grieve, who was a super hot rookie when this set came out. for the A's, great player. And then this awesome, really, really cool Significant Signatures Nolan Ryan autograph. And this one's numbered out of 2000, number 20 out of 2000. And it stayed in really, really good shape. It's actually thinking about maybe getting this graded, but not sure if it's gradable or not. Really cool card. Love Nolan Ryan. So that is the recap of my cards from back in 97, 98, 99. And we're gonna go right to 2024 Heritage High Number. So we got all kinds of cool stuff in Heritage High Number. This is from 6 hobby boxes and 6 blasters. So I have the full set plus a bunch of extras. I'm not gonna go into those. I have all the cards from 500 to 725. So I got the full set and then some. Everybody knows we get the top, I keep wanting to call these top loaders, but they're the cards you put on the stand. Can't think of the name right now, but we got a Vladdy, a Trey Turner, a Yandy Diaz, and a Yordan Alvarez. As you all know, and sometimes in the hobby boxes you get these, and sometimes you get the buybacks. So we'll see some of the buybacks here in a minute. We're gonna go through these pretty quick. These green borders got out of the hobbies and the blasters. We had a Churio back there, rookie card. Mostly just regular names, not a whole bunch of, I think Churio is really the biggest name in those, to be honest. These blue borders were hobby exclusive, and we had a number of those. Go through these real quick, see if there was any big names. I kind of forget. I don't think we had any huge names really. Rookie outfielders. Teoscar Hernandez. Yep, didn't really get any big names in that one either. We got a bunch of these Aquas. Again, I don't think I actually hit any of the big names that we were looking for in the Aquas and the Blues. There's a Yamamoto rookie. So we did get one. That's a really nice one. He's having a hell of a year. And we also finished that out with a Fernando Tatis. So Yamamoto and Tatis out of the Aqua borders. And we had some whites out of 2024 Heritage High Number. Let's see if we had any big names. Not sure. Chaz Chisholm Jr. and Vladdy Guerrero Jr. on the white border. And we had one black border, Michael Kopech, injured list. Haven't even seen him play this year. So that does it for the parallels. And now we'll get into short prints and inserts. So in this set, as everybody knows, we had the image variations, color variations, signature variations, black and white. I think that covered them all. But I was really lucky. I got a rookie card, Wyatt Langford, with the signature missing. And you can see right up there, it says signature. So I got, that one's pretty cool, really nice. And I believe these two are colors. Yep, these were color variations. I think this one's a color too. Yep, color variations. This was a signature variation too. So I had 2 signatures, 2 colors. These are image variations. I think I had 3 of them. Had a Fernando Tatis on that image variation. Sorry, isn't in the thing there. That was cool. And one of the last ones I pulled was this Jock Peterson black and white. That was nice. For the short prints and inserts, I got a bunch of minis. No huge names, but I know these are pretty desirable. People like these. Verlander there. Landon Knack got lit up the other day. And then we did get quite a few of these buybacks. I got 4 of them. Martinez, Terry Hughes, Elliot Maddox. They were all kind of roughed up. I mean, these buybacks are pretty roughed up. These are original, I believe, 75 tops cards. So, but they're pretty cool. Rare to hit them. And then we had a bunch of inserts. So on the rookie performers, I had a Paul Skeens, Colt Keith, Wyatt Langford, Shota, ×2, Pages ×2, Merrill ×2, Churio, Luciano, Marte. And then we had these now and then inserts. Garcia, Freddie is in there. Got Witt, Domingo, ×2. Ohtani pitching for the Angels from 2023, I think. Kenley Jansen there. Kimbrel, Tatis, Elliott, Carroll. Didn't get all of them, but got quite a few of them. And then these were the quad cards. These were a slightly rarer insert. So I had the Royals, the Pirates with the Skeens on it. Royals got some Bobby Witt there. Brewers with the Jackson Churio, rookie. 24 Reds with the Ellie. And Orioles here with the Holiday. And Jackson Merrills with the Padres there. So I hit a lot of the really good ones. Yankees here with Judge and Volpe and Soto. Braves with Ronald Acuna Jr. and Rangers with Wyatt Langford. So got quite a few of those, not all of them, but got plenty of them. These were the retirees insert. Had Juan Marichal, a couple different variations there. Bob Gibson, a couple variations there as well. Wow, a lot of Bob Gibson. Harmon Killebrew, a couple variations there. So also missing some from that set, but got most of them. These were the cup cards. These were like the combo cup cards. Here's the Astros, Orioles, Cubbies there. The Vet and the Kid, Trident Teammates, Bronx's Brightest Stars, and Reds Rookies. Still missing a few from there as well. Fred Lynn files. There's quite a few of these. Didn't get too many of the duplicates. Got one there. But I think there was 10 total in here, and I think I only had like 7 or 8, so I was missing just a couple. Looks like I'm missing number 2 and number 8 and number 10. So I'm missing 3. These were really good, perfectly programmed inserts. I really liked these inserts. Had a Mookie there, an Ellie, Joe Morgan, Brett, Shohei ×2, and I got a Jackson. Again, I'm missing probably, I don't know, 30% from all the inserts. I'm not even sure what kind of insert this was. I forget the name of this insert, but this was a cool insert. I like the 007 design with the twirl. And we had Seager, Brandon Hyde, Corbin Carroll, Gunnar, Blake Snell, and Shohei Ohtani. And that finishes out the inserts for 2024 Heritage High Number. Now we're going to get into the chromes and the big hits that we had. And we had some pretty nice stuff come from here. I did get a hot box. I think the very first box I grabbed out of the case I had was a hot box. Didn't get anything too crazy. Had a nice Connor Wong. This was Corbin Carroll on the National League Champions one. 400 save, 23 highlights. That was cool. I mean, these are really nice. They're not numbered. There's Dusty Baker. But didn't really get a big name or anything like that in those. But those were still really nice. It was really cool to get a hot box. And we got a number of our base chromes, and these are going to be numbered out of 699. We had a Cano, Molina in there, Jock Peterson, Shea Langoliers. Here's a nice one. This was home run leaders with Shohei and Matt Olson. Zach Neto. This one was cool. One of my favorites out of here, actually, because it's got Roger Clemens and Mike Schmidt on it. But 1986 most valuable players. Like that one. We had a Shota. That was cool. Probably one of the more desirable of the chromes that I got. And that's gonna do it for the base chromes out of $6.99. And now we're gonna get into some of our more rarer chromes. We had some silvers out of $2.25. And I'm not sure I got too much cool. This one was neat. 1980 Most Valuable Players with Brett and Mike Schmidt. That one was nice, liked that one. But that was pretty much it as far as the silvers were concerned. And we did get a number of these blacks. These blacks are numbered out of 75. Cavan Biggio there and Alcantara. We had a Zach Neto. This one's numbered to 5. This was a gold. This was my shortest short printed card that I got out of Heritage High Number. It was really cool to get that. Zach Neto is really a good player. Like that. Got a few relics, and these things were massively thick. Massive thick relics out of 24 Heritage High Number. We had a Cabrera, Andrew Vaughn, and a cool Mike Trout. I think that was one of the last ones I pulled. And we got some really nice autos. So we had a Weston Wilson auto, Jose Rodriguez rookie card for the White Sox, Al Oliver is a great player for the Pirates, Shota Imanaga. This was probably, I think this was my biggest auto. Too bad it wasn't a red, but Shota Imanaga. We did get a couple reds numbered to 75. We had Mason McCoy, 68 of 75, and Ben Brown, 26 of 75. And that's gonna do it for 24 Heritage High Number. Gonna reset these back so they don't get in the way and get damaged. And then we're gonna get into 25 Topps Series 1. Series 1, I was not a huge fan of. I don't know why, it just kind of hit me wrong. Was not super excited about it. Only got a few things, and the rare hits I got weren't necessarily players that I cared about. Didn't really like the overall design of some of the inserts. I mean, the Diamantes and the rainbow foils were cool. But I just didn't get passionate about Topps Series 1. I hope Topps Series 2 is better. I did get a couple good rookies. There was Jacob Wilson, Ben Rice, Kobe Mayo. I think I got the full set of the Stars of MLB. I think everybody did. And again, I only opened 12 blasters of Topps Series 1. So this is all from 12, I'm sorry, not blasters, hanger boxes. This was 12 hanger boxes. And what else did I open from Topps Series 1? Oh, I opened up some flagship from like Costco for Topps Series 1. I think that was it. These were the 90s throwbacks. These were kind of neat. Had a Jackson Merrill in there, I think. Bobby Witt, Ronald Acuna, Vladdy, Schwarber, Kobe Mayo on the rookie. So those were fun to get. I actually liked those most out of everything. Wish I had gotten a autograph on that. That would have been really cool. But we didn't. We had some of these first pitch. I did get, my only pink was a first pitch peak of whoever this guy is. I have no idea who he is. I don't know who Carl Radke is. Got a few of these greatest hits inserts. These were nice, but I don't know, just, these Call to the Halls were cool. But overall, I wasn't super happy with the product, so I didn't go too far into opening Series 1. Had some rainbow foils, nothing crazy. Arenado, Pena. I forget what these were. I think these were called Sand Glitter. The CJ Abrams, flying like Superman. These were the Diamantes that came in the hangers. These were pretty nice. I mean, they're okay. They're okay. just again, for whatever reason, this product just hit me wrong. Wasn't super into it. I was really happy to get this one, just being a Dodger fan, so it was cool. This one was pretty nice with the Judge American League batting average. And then some of the bigger hits. So we finally got a James Wood, and it was like in the last hanger. And then we got another James Wood a little later in one of the flagships. So we got 2 James Woods and 2 Dylan Crews. This was the flagship. You can see it's on the little bit thicker of a stock. So this was the flagship. Ronald Acuna Jr. had the James Wood in the thick stock and the Kobe Mayo. So a couple decent ones there. Sleeved up the Shohei and the Mike Trout because I thought that was cool when I opened up the product, but those were just base cards. This was my favorite out of the 90s, obviously, Ken Griffey Jr. Loved these all-tops teams, but I only got one, but I got the one I wanted, Shohei Ohtani with the all-tops team. That was cool. Got Freddie Freeman on the rainbow foil. Really liked this card. Again, just Dodger fan, right? So kept the Dodgers that I like. We had a Paul Skeens on the Cup card. Diamante was pretty cool, nice. And Clayton Kershaw, and this one was numbered out of 50. This was a gold, number 10 to 50. I think I pulled that in my very first hanger. And then Mike Schmidt, where'd this come from? Oh, don't worry about that. I know where that's from. We did get a couple of relics, and this was like the big hit. This was a 1 in 5,000 hangers. You get one of these dual relics, but it's an Altuve and an Alvarez. Just really not a huge fan of them. So biggest hit I got of the hangers, or at least the rarest, and wasn't something I really wanted. Juan Soto, not a huge fan of his either. My favorite card out of the whole thing was the Clayton Kershaw out of 50. So that's going to do it for 25 Series 1. Put these back. This Mike Schmidt, by the way, was, I did a whatnot break before I started doing videos, and this was one of the hits I got when I pulled a Philly out of a jumbo box, silver pack. That wasn't something I ripped on the channel, so we'll put them out of the way. So the next one that we got here, this is going to be our 2024 Panini Select. And to be honest with you, full disclosure, when I got these, was not aware that Panini was unaffiliated. I watched one of OG's videos later and found out that it was unaffiliated. And then I had to go kind of look that up to figure out what it was, because didn't realize that there was affiliated and unaffiliated card manufacturers. So I did figure out what was going on, but I still loved this product. And the reason was that I love this so much, and I wish I had done some more, but you got all the legendary players and some players from the 90s that I loved, and it was like opening up packs from the 90s all over again. So it was a huge nostalgia thing for me. I really liked it. And so we'll do a quick little recap on here. I know not everybody likes the unaffiliated, but we did get a few nice rookies. We had James Wood, Chourio, Merrill, Manzano. Here's Paul Skeens, and these are all 2024, so these are rookies. Paul Skeens and then Jackson Chourio. And again, these are concourse, so this is a 300 card set. I forgot to mention this. This was a 300 card set. There was concourse and premier level. And there's also a diamond level. So these were concourse and premier. It's the same 100 names times 3 for each level. That's how they did that one. And then there was all these kind of inserts that you could get. These were kind of cool. These are just kind of base inserts, not numbered. But I had a Frank Thomas on a prism, Owen Classy on a prism. And then there's where these sensations inserts. Didn't know a few of these guys. Kind of know a little bit more about them now from opening Bowman. There's Ethan Salas and Adele Amador. And then Paul Skeens. That was a cool one. And for the numbered hits, we did get some cool stuff. Again, this is prospects and some current players, rookies, and legends. So we had a Solace, Tom Glavine, Nomar Garciaparra, and that's on the blue to 199. And this is Concourse. Again on Concourse, this is the red with Arjun Nimmala and Chipper Jones, and these are out of 149. Sorry, I need to organize these just a second so I don't get them out of order. And then this was a white A-Rod, and this was out of 99. That was cool. And then I had a Gunnar Henderson, and this was the more rare of the Concourse ones, numbered 47 to 49. This was a Dylan Cruz. This is a tricolor insert. It's actually not numbered, but it was a Dylan Cruz, so kept that one. On the Premier level, we had some blues. We had Sean Sullivan, Jackson Jobe. This is a prospect card, not a rookie. Ricky Henderson, really cool. Rest in peace, my brother. Spencer Arangetti, Ivan Rodriguez, Dylan Cruz. I'm sorry, I went past the blues. Forgot to tell you, the blues are out of 199. These are, I believe, the purple. Might be burgundy or red. Maybe it's red because it's 149. I think it's red. So these were red prisms and they're numbered to 149. And this Dylan Cruz was a purple, and that's out of 99. That was cool. And then I had a Kobe Mayo rookie card, which is kind of weird. It says rookie down here, but this is 2024. So he has rookie card in this set as a 2024, and then in Top Series 1 as 2025. So kind of confusing, but this one was numbered out of 49. And this was my lowest numbered card out of the Premier set. Got one of the turbocharged inserts. I believe this was the red and blue, or maybe just the red, but it was numbered to 99, but I have no idea who Brock Porter is. But it was a numbered card. And then this is the diamond level. So this was a die cut prism, Brock Porter. Again, don't know who he is. It's not numbered, but this was a rare insert to get the die cut version of it. And then this Miles Naylor. This was actually a really rare card. I think it's maybe the shortest numbered card I have from 2024 Panini Select, and it's numbered 4 of 10, and Miles Naylor. Don't know much about this guy. He's a prospect for Oakland during the release of this set. Don't know if he's made it to the bigs or not. Hope he does, and hope he does really, really well. Got a couple of these selective swatches. They're kind of neat, not too exciting, but I had a Hurston Waldrop and Kendall George. These should be numbered, I believe. I think this one's numbered. So this was on the red and blue prism of the selective swatches, and it was numbered to 99. This other one was just a base, not numbered, Kendall George. Although Kendall George, I believe, is actually a decent prospect for the Dodgers, which I learned recently. So that was cool. And we got some autos, and we have a really, really nice autos. So we had Maui Ahuna ×2. Don't know anything about this kid. He's for the Giants. This one was cool though. This is Roman Anthony. And I have something special to say about Roman Anthony. When I pulled this card, I had no idea who he was until I watched OG talking about building the Roman Empire, and didn't know what he was talking about until he actually said the last name, and I've realized, okay, Roman Anthony. Then we get to a few weeks later and I find out he's the #1 prospect in baseball, and everybody's really excited about Roman Anthony, and understood why OG wanted to open up some prospect version. I think he wants to do 22 or 23 Bowman, looking for a bunch of Bowman firsts for Roman Anthony. And if it wasn't for OG, I would never have started this channel. He was my inspiration. He was the one I watched the most. And if it wasn't for his channel and watching his channel and feeling his love for the hobby, the sport, cards, baseball, the players, not just as players, but as people, I wouldn't have started this channel. I wouldn't have been doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't have gotten back into the hobby. I wouldn't have gotten back into baseball. I wouldn't have done any of that. To show my appreciation for OG and his channel, I am going to be sending this card to OG so that to kick off his Roman Anthony Building the Roman Empire series. So OG, I know you're in Vegas right now, buddy, and you told me to hold off mailing you anything until you come back. So as soon as you give me the green light to mail this to you, you reached out to me on Instagram. We've had some wonderful chats. Really, really appreciate you as a person. This is coming to you, brother. Stay awesome, my friend. My biggest hit from Panini Select, this was cool. This was like my first big hit I ever pulled since I got back into this hobby. Bobby Witt Jr. This is numbered to 49, and it was a autographed relic out of Panini Select. I looked this card up, and this card is really, really nice condition. Thinking about getting it graded as well with my Nolan Ryan. And as it sits right now, raw, it's like a $250, $300 card, I think. This pretty much paid for the 2 hobby boxes that I got. So I got some really cool stuff from Panini Select. Was really, really happy with the product, and kind of wish I had opened up a little more. But I felt like I got kind of lucky with the hobby boxes I got, because I had seen some other stuff and didn't really see a bunch of good stuff. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take it, not complain about it, and appreciate it, and was gonna look into other products. So that's going to do it for 2024 Panini Select. Again, we're going to hold off on 2025 Heritage. As you guys have seen on my channel, I've opened up a lot of it, and I have a lot of cool stuff to go through. So we're going to, even though I opened up 25 Heritage before Bowman, we're going to do Bowman first, and we're going to finish with 25 Heritage. So as you guys know, I had some blasters I got. So at first I opened up a hobby box, and I was like, okay, don't really know any of these people, don't know what to be excited about, don't know what not to be excited about. Looked up some players, watched a few more videos, got a little bit more familiar with some of the firsts that we were looking for, some of the hot prospects. And I held off on getting blasters, and I ordered mega boxes. I did not look to see what the mega boxes were about. Had no idea. Have never ripped Bowman before in my life. Wasn't sure what I was getting into. I was assuming when I was getting mega boxes that I was just getting a mega box that was basically considered 2 blasters. I recently found out that's not the case. The mega boxes are all about the mojo packs, and the regular packs, they don't even have inserts or numbered cards or anything in them. You can pull red rookies, but that's about it. It's basically just a quick way of getting all the base, and then a few mojo packs. And the mojo packs have not been very great on some of the videos I've seen. I've only seen 1 or 2 videos where they're really, really nice. So I kind of dropped the ball. And when I realized that, I went out to a Best Buy one day, and I just saw 8 blasters on the shelf, and I was like, you know what? I better get some of these blasters before they get eaten up. So you guys saw a video I made. It was a kind of something I was trying out. I thought maybe doing a quick video like that, showing just kind of the hits and doing some inserts like that. I was hoping to get some more subscribers. Didn't really work out, and you guys who are watching this video right now, who watch my channel, didn't like it. You wanted to see the actual reactions and hear the voice and watch me open them for the first time. And I kind of ruined it for the next 6 that I opened, because I only opened 2 in that video that I did. And instead of showing you guys those videos, I decided I'm just going to do a recap video, and I'll show you the hits that I got in the recap video instead of posting a video that you guys didn't necessarily like. So I'm going to do a recap here. This is everything from the hobby box that I opened and 8 blaster boxes. And we're going to actually start with one of these binders I have over to my left. So in these binders over here, I started keeping the base sets. I obviously have a full set of 25 Heritage. I'm going to actually set that over here. And this right here is a bunch of cards that I got from 2025 Bowman this year. So this is from a hobby box. I'm gonna get just a little bit of room here. And 8 blasters. And I need just a little more room. There we go. That'll work for now. Got a bunch of our rookies and players and stuff. I am missing a few cards, but I'm really close to completing the base card set as well as the chromes. But I'm missing a few of the chromes. Like I'm still missing the Jesus Made. I got Sippin's Curse. And it seems like it's going to take a while for me to get the Jesus Made. But got pretty close. I did get, and I'm going to move my camera just a little. There we go. So these were some non-numbered chrome inserts. Fernando Cruz and Andrew Morris. Missing quite a few of the numbered to 100 inserts. We've got some greatness loadings. These were all pages. I kept these blank so I could put them all in order. I like keeping everything in numerical order when I'm sorting my cards. So that's why there's blank places here. So if I do end up completing a full set, you know, everything's in order. And I don't put cards on the back. I like looking at the back of the cards, and I don't want to put added pressure on the cards, so I keep them in order with no cards on the back. And for the greatness loading, I got some good ones here. We had Connor Griffin, Leo DeVries. We had a James Wood up there. Bryce Eldridge, Thomas Sagisi, not sure how you say him. This one was a cool insert, really liked it. And I pulled a couple really nice ones that I really enjoy. I mean, Holiday, Ohtani, and Woods. I mean, obviously I still have a lot more to go for that insert, but that was a really cool insert, really enjoyed that. Had a Rhett Lauder, Jacob Wilson, Thomas Sagisi, Rockstar Rookies. I got my Roki Sasaki, Rockstar Rookie. Was really happy about that. On the Rookie of the Years, I also got my Roki Sasaki on the Rookie of the Years, as well as Rhett Lauder. Got some of these VIPs. Not really sure who some of these are, but I did get a Weatherholt. I got like 4 of these Christian Moores. Connor Griffin, Chase Burns. So that is kind of the baser inserts and stuff that I got from Bowman this year, from my blasters and my hobby box. All right, welcome back. Sorry about that. I was going through all these and knocked over a stack of cards, had to go to the save. So those were my base hits. And then these are the goodies that I've had. So I got one of these Topps Bowman foil fractors. These were really cool. This is like a 1 in like 1800 pack or something like that. Riley Green was really cool. Kind of liked it. I got a couple pretty rare inserts out of everything I got. And we're gonna start with the paper numbered. And the way I organized these is the highest denominator number. So I had a Thomas Sagisi. This was number 2 out of 299. This was almost a bookend. It was kind of cool. Turn that over. Had a Romeo Sanabria. This was 147 out of 150 on the paper. First Bowman. This one was awesome. So I pulled a Bobby Witt Jr. on the, I think this was the green pattern paper, and this was numbered 79 out of 99. As I'm doing this, Shohei Ohtani hits his second home run. He's playing the Yankees right now, so that should be number 22 for him. And Aaron Judge hit a home run as well the first inning, and that was number 19. So that's a really good game. Unfortunately, it's on Apple TV Plus, which I don't have access to, so I'm going to watch that game later. But my MLB app is giving me updates, and it just popped on my phone. So anyways, thought I'd share that. This is obviously Friday. Had a pretty low numbered orange on the paper. Chase Mobley, number 2 of 25, also almost a bookend. And then on the chrome, we had Dylan Fien on the first Bowman. I think this was a refractor, and it was numbered to 49. Or I'm sorry, 499. Numbered 344 to 499. And I believe this was a lava wave when I looked this up. Wasn't quite sure when I pulled this. I think this was a lava. I think it's just lava chrome. And it was a Wenhui Pan out of 399, 143 out of 399. And that was a first. So I did get quite a few first hits. And a lot of these guys I'm not too sure about. I tried looking them up on the top 30s. A lot of these guys weren't on the top 30 for each of the teams. So I'm not sure if these are, I'm not sure about most of these. Totally forget what this one is. It's numbered out of 350, numbered 64 out of 350, but I totally forget what insert this is called for the chromes. And this was a Caleb Lomavita. Tink Hence, this guy actually was on the top 30 prospect list for St. Louis Cardinals. I think he was actually top 10 or top 5. I think he was like number 3 or something. Kind of forget. Pitcher has pretty good stats in the minor league. 20 games, 79 innings pitched, 2.7 ERA, 109 strikeouts and 79 innings pitched. I mean, this guy's pretty good. Got good stats in the minors. So Tink Hence numbered. This was actually a purple reptilian, and it was numbered out of 199, and it's number 50. This one was cool. I forget what, I think it's called the Blue Sky, I think. Bo Walker, he'll come up later when I look at my autographs. But I really hope this kid has a good year. I tried to look him up on the top 30. He was not on the top 30. But I thought I remember hearing people saying that this guy was pretty good. But he was drafted by the Diamondbacks in round 11 and 344th overall. And he has no stats, so I'm not sure how he's doing. But he was numbered 125. Out of 125, he was numbered 37 out of 125 for Bo Walker. And then this one was cool. This is one of those colored ones of the top 100 inserts. This was a gold, 47 out of 50 for Luke Keeschall. Uh-oh. That way they stay in order. Rookie redemptions. So in my hobby box, I pulled a Jacob Wilson, which, where is he? Oh, he's back there. Okay. And then I pulled in Adele Amador. I don't think he has much of a chance at Rookie of the Year, being Colorado Rockies and everything. But I did get another rookie, red rookie redemption, Adele Amador. Got a couple more autographs too. Wasn't sure about this guy, but he is in the top 30 of Minnesota Twins. I forget how far down he is. I think he was like 28 or 29. It was a first Bowman on-card auto of Kadeem Dia. But it's kind of scratched up. I mean, this card it just came right out of the pack with some chromey scratches and stuff. But I still put it in a one touch like I do all my autographs. So that was nice. This was not numbered, by the way. This was just a base first Bowman on-card auto of Kadeem Dia. Sammy Stafura. So this one was the Sparkle Chrome out of 299 that I pulled out of the hobby box. This was numbered 192 out of 299. didn't get a chance to look this kid up. I don't know where he's at. His stats, 345 at bats, 270, 798 OPS, minor league. So not horrible, not great, but not horrible. He was drafted by the Reds in round 2 of 2023 and 43rd overall. So it took him a full year to get his first Bowman. So maybe he's gonna pan out, maybe not, we'll see. And then here's my Bo Walker. So I think this was like my lowest numbered autograph. And this was on the green Reptilian. And this is number 26 of 99. And it was a Bo Walker. So that was cool. Really liked that one. And then from my hobby box, I did get a red rookie redemption of Jacob Wilson. I mean, this is like free $100 right here. He's pretty much going to run away with the Rookie of the Year this year unless something really, really bad happens, and cross my fingers. You know, hopefully everything pans out for this kid. He's a really good player. I really like watching him. The way he at bat hits. I wish more people in the major leagues would hit like him and not necessarily go for the home runs. Like if Shohei Ohtani tried to stop just hitting home runs every time, or hitting just smashing the ball and just try to get base hits, I think that he would have like a 360, 370 batting average. Instead, he's got 21 home runs now, but he's only hitting like 300. So, you know, he's the type of player that I can relate to. It's the style of play that I used to play and how I was taught to play. So I really respect him as a player. So I hope he does really good this year and gets that Rookie of the Year, because I think he deserves it. We're just barely getting to the halfway point of the season, and definitely thinking he deserves that. And you guys saw this one. This one was so cool. So like I mentioned, I've never opened 2025 or Bowman, period. I've never opened Bowman. Even when I was collecting back in the day, never opened Bowman in my life. First time I opened Bowman was the hobby box. And so I went and got those blasters, and it was just crazy. So very first pack of my very first blaster ever, I pull the anime, and it's Walker Jenkins, one of the most desirable animes you can have, other than maybe the Shohei and the Roki. This was completely awesome. It's very rare to get these. This is super crisp. It's in really, really nice condition. And I'm gonna pull it out of the case. Be very, very careful with it, just so you guys can kind of see it without the case on it. But this thing has everything going with it. A little bit of something going on there. This is really, really sharp. I don't see any damage with it. Again, it's one of those cards where I kind of want to get it graded. I might need to just clean it up just a smidge. But again, with that Bobby Witt autograph that I have and that Nolan Ryan autograph, I think this is a very gradable card. I think it at least get a 9.5, if not a 10. You can see how it's centered top to bottom, really nice. Maybe just itty bitty out left to right. Maybe. I mean, it depends on how you're looking at it. But it was really, really sharp. Really, really enjoyed opening that, and I apologize to all of you who saw that fast-forwarded version of the video and I didn't give you the full version. That was really, really cool, and appreciate all your feedback about that, and definitely be taken into consideration. And that's going to do it for 2025 Bowman. As you've seen on my channel, I went crazy with 2025 Heritage. I absolutely loved 2025 Heritage. Probably the best card that the best product that I've opened. Really, really liked this. And we're gonna look at this right here. So all this is cards 1 through 500. Just the base. I didn't put any of the cartoon variations or anything in here. This is just the base. I went through every single version because I got multiples of all these. I went through every single card I had and made sure I grabbed the best ones, the ones that were centered the best, in the best condition, corners, everything. And this is 1 through 500, all the short prints, everything, the entire complete set of 2025 Heritage. So I was able to complete the base. Not surprising considering how much I opened. So what you're gonna see here is all the parallels, inserts, and everything. And the grand total of what I opened was a full case, a full case of Megas. And I believe I opened 6 hangers and it's 11 hobby boxes. So I did order a case of hobby boxes. I kept one out. I haven't opened it yet and I'm not sure I'm going to for a while. I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna do maybe like a throwback or something with it. But I did keep one and I wanna do more, but I gotta kinda figure that out. I'm not sure now's the time to pull the trigger on it just because of financial situation. For now, I got to kind of hold off on any more purchases until I can, I'm on a budget. Let's just put it that way. I'm on a budget. I can't go crazy. I got to pause for a second. I got some Series 1 coming in. I do have some Megas, but we're going to hold off on any more purchases for a minute. So we're going to start out small, and this is all the inserts. So we did get a buyback. I feel like I got more than one, but I could only, when I went through my cards, I only found the one. So we had Tom Walker on the 50th anniversary buyback. We had a bunch of these notable Americans. I'm actually still missing like 30. Out of everything I opened, I'm still missing like 30. But all of these are the notable Americans. I won't go through all of them. We'll just get by. We'll just go past it. Many of these are doubles. So I did not get that set. I still need about 30. On the base of the player icons, I got pretty close. I think I'm missing like 7. I think this was a 25 card set. Let's just see. I'm missing 5 and 6, 8. Yeah, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 22 and 25. So that's like 8 or 9, 10. So I'm still missing a few of those. These were the redefined. These were really cool. I really liked these. And again, I don't have the full set, but I'm a little closer to completing this one than I was with the player icons. Again, it's a 25 card set. I think I'm missing 6. But I got a few less than these than the player icons, but I completed more of the set. These were the through the years inserts. Really enjoyed these too because they had some players from the 90s on them. But like McGuire, Pujols, Griffey, Gwynn, Yount, Brett, couple of Carews. I had a few doubles. This was another 25 card insert. And again, I think I'm missing, 8 or 9 on this one. So I'm still missing a few of those as well. And then I got, these were the 25 Heritage anniversary cards. Again, another 25 card set. And I'm missing a few of these. I think I'm missing 8 total, but I didn't get very many doubles of this one. A couple Jackson Jobe there. I think he might be the only double I have. Oh, got a double of Anthony Volpe. So pretty close on that one as well. So I did really well with the inserts. I wish I had completed the full set, but I'm sure that's going to be coming in the future. So after the inserts, we're going to get to the parallels. We'll do the parallels first. So out of the hangers, we got the purples. I did not hit anything crazy in the hangers as far as parallels. So we had the purples. Of course, the mega boxes, we had the red borders. So on the red borders, Again, a lot of nothing crazy. We have a Schwarber here. These were kind of cool with the ALNL Champions cards. I think that's a short print one. Yeah, short print. Again, I put these in order. So number one, or the lowest numbers here, the highest numbers here. So all of these are short prints. Shea Langoliers, Anthony Volpe, Michael Harris, Reese Olson, Shota. I think that's the end of the short prints. So these were all 400 to 500, and then this will be all the base ones. So we had a Shota on the cup, Pages is in there, Tris Speaker, love those inserts in the chrome versions. Conforto. This guy right here, he's someone to watch. I think he might be injured right now. I don't think he's getting a bunch of play time. But if he gets some more playing time, this guy's going to be excellent. I was actually looking him up a little bit. This guy has, I mean, he only had 60 at-bats last year, but he hit .313. And in those 60 at-bats, he had 4 home runs, looks like 5 doubles, 25 hits, 12 runs, 19 RBIs. He played in 12 games and had 60 at-bats and batted .313. I haven't heard of him this year. Like, I don't know if he got hurt or something. But this guy might be somebody to watch. One of the guys I just kind of think he's going to be really, really good. I think he's going to do some really nice things. We'll keep it going here with the rest of the Reds. I think I have a James Wood. It might be the last, yeah. So I did get a James Wood. Kind of got the cards off the thing here. Had all these stolen base, strikeout leaders. Those were cool cards, liked them. Yoshinobu there. Dylan Dingler was in there. That was a good one. What else I got in here? Bobby Witt Jr. Big Christmas. Father-son, Biggio. And Aaron Judge, 24 record breakers. So had a few good red parallels. And then we had the blue parallels. So the blue parallels are from the hobby. So for our blue parallels, it's been a while since I've been through these, but these are all in order. All the short prints. Stephen Kwan in there for the short print. Richard Fitz. Nice. World Series, Dodger one, color match. Digging that card. Pete Crow Armstrong. Sterling Marte. Ben Rice on the rookie for the blue. Zach Neto is in there. These are regular numbers now, no more short prints. Andy Pages, Max Muncy, McCutcheon's in there, Rizzo. Doesn't he look like Paul Goldschmidt? We're gonna save that card off to the side. We gotta take a look at that. We're gonna take a look at that in this video. See if I can find a Goldschmidt. I'm sure I got one in here. We'll keep it going. Junior Caminero. Ellie's in there, nice. Reese Hines. All the leader cards of the Shohei. Vladdy Jr., Bryce Harper. Fernando Tatis in there. There's Churio on the cup. See who else we got. Last few here. Father Sons. Dusty Baker, Roger Clemens there. Wyatt Langford on the cup. Danny Jensen and Kyle Schwarber on the record breakers. Gonna finish that. We're gonna keep this Rizzo out for a little bit, just until I find that Paul Goldschmidt. So I'm going to stack these cards like this so I remember to put them back in the spot he's supposed to go. All right, and we did get a couple black borders. I'm not sure the print run on these black borders. I heard a rumor that there was only 50, but if there's only 50, why aren't they numbered? Not sure. But we got 4 black borders. So this is Josh Lowe, Matt McLain, had a nice rookie card, Rhett Lauder black border, and Connor Wong on the black border. So we're gonna move these back a little to make room for going over the chromes. And we have a bunch of chromes, and they're gonna take a minute to go through. Let's just grab a pack and start going. There's Alvarez, Kyle Schwarber, there's Stephen Kwan, got the World Series guy, Dodgers ×3, and the AL NL champions on the chrome. Super happy about that. I obviously didn't get all the cards for the chromes and the different sparkles and stuff, but I got a lot. There's Will Smith in there, Zach Neto a couple times. Had plenty of doubles and stuff while I was sorting my chromes. So definitely didn't get all of them. I don't know how many I have or how close I am to the set, but I'm pretty sure I'm well far away from the full set. These are awesome. You guys have been watching my channel. You know how much I love these. These black and white all-time all-stars in any of the chrome variations, absolutely love. And Mantle, Ott, Hank Aaron, Gibson. So fun to get these and pull those. There's Anthony Rizzo ×2 again. Where's Paul Goldschmidt? I kind of forget what number he was. There's Junior Caminero. Had a couple of Ellies come out of here. That's cool. Dylan Cruz. It's a nice one. James Wood. Another nice one. I keep all these in numerical order so I can find them later. And I want to keep them as sets. Not just, I don't collect players or teams or stuff like that. I collect sets, and then I enjoy my favorite players and players from the teams through the sets that I build. So that's how I collect. Leading firemen, strikeout leaders, Shohei Ohtani on the RBI leaders, and home run leaders had Aaron Judge on there. Marcelo Zuna a couple times, had a couple Bryce Harpers. There's Shohei ×2. And last little stack of the base chromes. These were not numbered out of 25 like 24 Heritage High Number was, but it was still cool getting these. Dylan Dingler there. Mike Trout, Jung-Hoo Lee, 3×3. Jackson Chourio. Almost got the rainbow of Chourio. But I didn't do fat packs. And I think there was one other version I didn't do. I didn't do blasters either. I didn't open any blasters. I stuck to megas, and there's Jacob Wilson. Stuck to megas and hobbies. Danny Jensen. So that was the big old pile of base chromes, which came in every version that we got. So we got base chromes out of the hangers, the megas, and the hobbies. So that's why the pile of chromes substantial. And I only opened up 6 hangers, and how I know is you got one of these in every hanger, and I only have 6 sparkles. So that's how I know I opened up 6 hangers. So we had Gavin Stone Smith. This is the guy I think is really, really good. I just don't know if he's gotten the playing time he deserves. Fernando Tatis and River Ryan. And that's all I got for the red sparkles. I wasn't a huge fan of the red sparkles, kind of like I wasn't a huge fan of the red border. Although the James Wood of the red border was nice, but I felt like that color didn't really go with a lot of the team's colors. So it just kind of, I don't know, kind of hurt my eyes to see it on some of these. These silver sparkles, however, these came out of the Megas, and you all saw me open my wonderful damaged variation version of 25 Heritage Megas. So these came in the Mega Box case that I opened, and we got a lot of good ones in here. Was really happy overall with the case I got. Just having to deal with the damaged cards was a pain, but overall I still got lots of cool stuff from that case that I was opening. Like right there, Mel Ott, Bob Gibson, a couple of my favorite cards. Justin Henry Malloy, Jack Flaherty. Here's Anthony Rizzo. Lou Perfido, Caminero, Ellie. See, even the silver sparkles, even with the red, it's still nice because you have that nice contrast that's easy on the eyes. I don't know. I did enjoy the silver sparkles. The blue sparkles are my favorite though. Hobby was definitely my favorite to open out of this product. There's a nice Shohei. Isn't that cool on the silver? Look at that. Mike Trout also. Like the silver is a nice background. There's a Jackson Churio on the cup. And the last few here. I think I have one of the ones with the record breakers of Shohei on this one. Jacob Wilson. Forgot I had that one. That one's nice. I do. I thought he was the one I had. So Shohei Ohtani silver on the 24 record breakers too. That should be card number 1. Yep. So yeah, I really enjoyed the hits I got from the Mega. Just wasn't super thrilled about having to deal with the damaged cards. Those are sent out, by the way. I did fill out the damage report and mailed it off to Topps. I am awaiting their response, and we'll see what we get. Hopefully they do something. Honestly, I would trade all those cards in for a Roki Sasaki Rainbow or something like that, or even just a blue sparkle. Like if they ask me what I want, I would say I would like a Roki Sasaki Rainbow Sparkle. Just all the sparkles, just base. That would make me so happy, because out of everything I opened, I didn't get a Roki Sasaki Chrome. In sparkle variations, base chrome, refractor, nothing. Maybe there's not one. Maybe I just didn't pull one because there isn't one. I don't know. But he's the main person I was looking for in this set, and I didn't get any Roki Sasakis. Little disappointed about that. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. I did get lots of Shoheis, and super happy about that. This is probably my favorite one. Roberto Clemente is one of my heroes. Just great player, great. Really like that one. There's a Kobe Mayo, Jackson Holiday, Andrew McCutchen. Sorry. Let's see who else I got in these blues. I haven't seen these in a while. I sometimes forget who I have in all these. I just have so many, it's hard to remember all of them. 500 card set. Strikeout leaders, ERA, all the leaders. There's a Shohei. O'Neal Cruz, kind of cooled off a little bit, although he hit the hardest hit ball the other day. It was like 121 miles an hour. Ball was a bomb. Vladdy Jr. in there. Tarek Skubal, what a game he pitched, huh? Wow. You know, most pitchers don't even go that deep into games anymore. It's so rare to see. So I'm really like the fact that they still let some of the pitchers go deeper into games. I mean, it used to be, you don't finish a game, you're not doing your job as a pitcher. Now it's like, well, we just need you for 5 innings, maybe sometimes 6. So it was cool to see him go deeper into that game. Tyler Soderstrom. Benintendi, father-son on the Roger Clemens. And Kyle Schwarber. I think I got more of the cards that I like out of the silver sparkles than I got on the blues. So hopefully the next time I open hobbies, I get some of the blue sparkles that I'm hoping for. We'll see what the future has in store for me. Next, we're going to do the refractors. I got some pretty nice refractors. Again, these are in order, starting from the highest number down to the lowest. So we had a Schwarber, Shota Imanaga there. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Now, you tell me. Put some eye black on there. It's the same guy. Same guy. I'm telling you. I think Topps made a huge mistake and put the wrong photo with the wrong name. Tell me what you think in the comments. I don't know. Seems way too similar. Go on Stuff Geek Rips, and they do an actual comparison of this picture to another Paul Goldschmidt picture, and it's a completely different person. Go check that out. We'll keep this going here though. Pete Fairbanks, Joe Ryan, Hae-Sung Kim. There's my boy. I'm telling you, keep your eye on this guy. CJ Abrams there. Brooks Baldwin on the rookie. Carlos Stanton, leading fireman. Batting leaders. Marcelo Zuna, Nacho Alvarez. Bobby Witt Jr. That's a nice one. There's Clayton Kershaw. And I got 2 Skeens. Jackson Chourio. You know, if you're going to double me up on a Skeens, I'm all right with that. I am all right with that. I'm going to put this Rizzo back in his spot. Keep my cards organized. So we're going to get into some of the more rarer hits now. Holographics, numbered cards. Got a nice little stack going here. I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way so I can show the stack. Excuse me if my camera shakes a little bit. Just want to be careful with all these cards. Make sure they don't go tumbling down. The walls come tumbling down. Here we go. So we're going to get into the holographics first. I got quite a few of these holographics. Really like the holographics. These were like a 1 in 90 chance as opposed to the other base inserts that were 1 in 30. So they are a little bit more desirable. I really enjoyed pulling these. Jace Young, Mike Trout, Rod Carew, and Paul Skeens. And these were the redefined holographics. Really enjoyed those. Got some really nice names on some of these too. James Wood there. Is this out of order? This is out of order. Had a Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the holographic for the redefined. And then we're getting into the player icons. So player icons, we had James Wood. I think these are all landscape. We'll just do this. James Wood, William Contreras, Aaron Judge, and Adley Rutschman. Those were cool. I Really enjoyed these too. I mean, all these inserts and all their different variations were really cool. So there's Tony Gwynn, Shohei, Aaron Judge, Clayton Kershaw, Barry Bonds, Dwight Gooden. Is that the same Aaron Judge or a different? It's the same Aaron Judge. I guess I forgot to put these in order. Did I not put these in order? I did not put these in order. Hold on, I gotta fix it. Sorry, I have OCD. There we go. Now they're in order. Now I'm happy, and we can move on. These were the 25 Heritage anniversary, 25th anniversary holographic insert. Had Wyatt Langford, Ronald Acuna Jr., Austin Riley, Kobe Mayo on the rookie, and Anthony Volpe. Please tell me these are in order. They are. Okay. I think everybody who collects cards probably a little OCD, so I think you guys understand where I'm coming from. All right. These were the super short prints. So these are going to be image variations and cartoon variations. I think those are all the only types of variations I got. I did not get nickname and I did not get flip bats. And let me tell you, I went through every single card I pulled probably 5 or 6 times, organizing everything, looking with a fine-tooth comb through all my cards. I actually ended up finding like numbered bicentennial cards that I packed away in the base that I didn't even know I had. But I did not find any of the flip stock, flip bat, or nickname variation cards. So I only got the image and the cartoons, which are totally fine. Maybe I'll have get some in the future. But I was kind of hoping to get those. Those are the much more rarer of the variations. So Jackson Jobe, that was a image variation. You can see up in that little corner there. So I got Jackson Jobe, Ronald Acuna Jr. on the image, Brenton Doyle on the image variation, Marcell Ozuna, and Jace Young. These are going to be the cartoon variations. So let me see if I can show you. I bet, yeah. So you can see Marcell Ozuna. This is designated hitter, that's the normal, and that's designated hitter as the cartoon variation. So cartoon variation of Marcell Ozuna, Mike Trout, Bobby Witt Jr., ×2, Jace Young, and then these are actually image variations, but it was a high number short print image variation, so I kept those separate for some reason. I actually don't think I should have done that. These need to go here. Bam. So on the cartoon variations, did really well. Pulled some big names on those cartoon variations. So the next set here is going to be base relics. And we did get plenty of relics in this. We know 25 Heritage relic heavy, but we're fine with that. We're all right. Nick Castellanos there. Had a Juan Soto, Riley Green, Willy Adames. Nice Aaron Judge. I think he was one of the last relics I pulled actually. And this one was cool. This is a much more rare relic. It's one of those dual relics with J-Rod and Randy Rosarina. So that was a little rarer than the rest that I got. We're going to get into the numbered cards here, and I got quite a few of the numbered bicentennials. So these are going to be numbered to 200, and these are the bicentennial cards. We had Nick Castellanos, DJ Hertz, Michael Kopech, ERA leaders, Jameson Taillon, and Tarek Skubal. Tarek Skubal's nice. I believe every base card, 1 through 500, has the bicentennial version. So it was nice with just a few here to get a nice big name like Tarek Skubal. I mean, second Cy Young year? Think so. Now we're going to get into some, oh, I missed a numbered card. Jorge Soler as well. That's number 13. Make sure he gets put back in his spot here. 1 second, sorry. Thought I had these things in their orders. There we go. Okay, so the next one are gonna be our blue chromes. Blue chromes are gonna be numbered to 150. And we had Jason Dominguez, Gavin Stone, J-Rod, Cedric Mullins, and Riley Green on the numbered blue chrome out of 150. Next set of numbers are going to be green. So the green chromes are numbered out of 99. And we had Patrick Bailey, AL leaders, Spencer Schwellenbach, Schwelly there, Kiter Montero, and Will Wagner. Schwelly's probably the biggest one in those. We also got some of these really cool 76 borders. These are paper, not chrome, but they're numbered to 76. And we had Hunter Biggie, Bob Gibson, nice one. Mickey Mantle on the All-Time All-Stars, really like that one. And Blake Snell. Hopefully he comes back from the injured list and remembers how to pitch. That'd be nice. Dodgers need some pitching. We had some black chromes. These are going to be numbered to 76. And that was an Aaron Nola and Nick York. We also had gold chromes. We actually got more gold chromes than the black chromes. And these are rare. These are out of 50. And one of my favorite cards, Mel Lott on the All-Time All-Stars. Digging it. Daniel Schneemann. Watched him play against the Dodgers the other day. He actually did really well. First time I'd seen him play. And he hit really well, played really good defense. I think he played like 3 positions that game. Interesting. Geraldo Perdomo too. He's batting in the 300s, doing really well as well. So when I first pulled this card, I didn't really know who he was. Now that I've watched a few games, he's a good player. Like him. Jake Eder, also out of 50. This was 49 out of 50, almost a bookend too. And that's going to do it for the numbered cards. And we're getting down to the end here, fellas. We're going to get to our autos. And we had some really cool autos. So we'll get right into it. Tyler Locklear on the rookie. Don't know much about that guy. Shea Whitcomb. And OG let me know that this guy is actually pretty good. He let me know that he was a pretty hot prospect. And actually pitching, or not pitching, but playing shortstop really well for Astros. Didn't know it at the time I pulled him. So, you know, good on you, buddy. Thank you, OG, for your guidance and experience always. So I was pretty happy that, and it's a rookie card. So on-card autos. On-card autos. This one was cool. I think this is one of the last ones I pulled. If you guys were watching those mega boxes, I think I pulled this out of the mega box. Almost went right by it. But Anthony Volpe, he's doing pretty good. Although I think he got hurt. He might be on the IL right now. One of my favorite ones of this, Dennis Eckersley. You know, I grew up in the Bay Area near Oakland, and we're Dodger fans, so we never went to the Giant Stadium. My dad got season tickets to the A's, you know, a few years in a row. And we would always sit right behind the opposing pitcher's dugout. So, I mean, we'd sit right behind. And we would actually, you know, share peanuts and stuff and gossip with the opposing team's pitchers. We weren't necessarily A's fans. We went there to see, you know, some of the teams and the guys we really liked, like we'd go see Padres and Red Sox and the Dodgers back in the day. And Mariners when Griffey was playing. You know, we went to go see those guys, not necessarily the A's, but Jose Canseco, Dennis Eckersley, Ricky Henderson, Mark McGwire, these were all on the A's at that time. So I got to see Dennis Eckersley in his end part of his career and was glad to find out he was a Hall of Famer. When I pulled this card, I wasn't absolutely sure he was a Hall of Famer, but he is a Hall of Famer. I think he got in 2004. And was really, really happy to pull this card. And this card is a reimagining of his rookie card from this 76 set. So that's another kind of interesting factoid on this Dennis Eckersley card. And same with this Rod Carew. This Rod Carew, although it's not a rookie card, this is a reimagining of the 76 Topps version of a Rod Carew card. American League All-Star, second base, Rod Carew. This was really fun to pull. This was one of my first autos I pulled, and to get a legendary Hall of Famer, you know, guy in the 3,000 hit club, one of the best hitters to ever play the game. Not necessarily a huge RBI or home run guy, but I mean, just like Tony Gwynn, one of the best hitters to ever play the game. The biggest auto is the Rod Carew, and this thing was so cool. When I found out how what the odds were of pulling this, I was shocked. I knew it was something special when I looked at it because it had the memorabilia and it was autographed. And when I found out that it was numbered to 25, I mean, when I first looked at the back, I could hardly even see that it was numbered. Numbered 23 to 25, and that's a hand number. So it was really cool. And this is a flashbacks in really great condition. I think I want to get this one graded as well, but I don't know how these grade as far as having the memorabilia relic and stuff. And it's not centered very well. Like, I don't think this is going to get anything higher than an 8 if it was graded, now that I look at it a little closer. But this was like a 1 in 36,000 pack pull or something. And this was out of a hobby box, and was really, really excited and happy to get it. One of me, my dad, my brother's favorite players of all time. So this was really, really fun. I actually really enjoyed going through all these cards again and seeing them organized and going through them and seeing all these hits. This was a lot of cards, a lot of packs opened up on this channel. Everything in front of you was opened up on this channel in a previous video. And this was really, really fun. I really appreciate Sean Rips, Vegas Sean Rips, suggested that I do a video like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please hit that like button on your way out. This is the Red Handle. I'm going to be signing off. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit those like buttons, and keep living the dream. Appreciate you all. Thank you for watching.